Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sister Wives, the newest wedding pictures of Meri Brown are out. Who is her new spouse? When Meri Brown announced she was getting married, her admirers were taken aback. She seems to have married her mystery man in secret. After splitting with Kody Brown, the Sister Wives star began a new chapter in her life. Meri spent nearly 30 years in a polygamous marriage. She was the last to depart from Kody and the first to exchange vows with him. In order to allow her husband to take his fourth wife, the reality TV star filed for a divorce. Meri believed that since they shared a spiritual bond, nothing would change. However, she was mistaken. She waited for things to go better while remaining in a loveless marriage. At last, the TLC personality is free to live her life as she pleases. Is Meri actually married? What time did it occur? Sister Wives, Meri talks about her experience with Kody on the roller coaster. Meri Brown found it difficult to lead a contented life in her marriage. In the end, she became Kody and Robyn's third wheel. The Sister Wives actress wished for her hubby to show her the same affection. But when Meri realized the truth, she moved on. She talked candidly about her tumultuous path in part 2 of the I Do podcast. She confessed that her relationship with her ex is still erratic. The TLC personality acknowledged that she wants Kody to do better at some things, and he wants the same for her. Meri made it apparent that their disagreements were the cause of their split. She does not, however, despise her ex. The reality TV show is content with its new life. Meri believes that during their marriage, she and Kody made stupid decisions. However, the fact that he was a better parent when he was younger saddens her. Sister Wives, Meri remarries in a private ceremony. Following her split from Kody, Meri Brown made an effort to move on. She posted about her delight on social media after going public with a man. Within a few weeks, the TLC star and her partner called it quits. Meri kept her romantic life under wraps. Fans were therefore interested in learning about the most recent changes in her romantic life. Pictures from the Sister Wives star's wedding ceremony were recently posted on Facebook. Meri showed off her new hubby while posing in a bridal gown. She appeared delighted to marry her ideal partner and clutched a bouquet of flowers in her hands. Kody was crying when he watched his ex-wife exchange vows with someone else, according to a post from the group 90 Day Fiancé fans. After hearing of her marriage, he departed in shock, believing she would never find a man again. Meri reportedly chose a modest ceremony over a lavish wedding, according to many sources. Fans quickly recognized that the shot was a hoax, though. Numerous websites have uploaded AI-generated images and circulated speculations of Meri's marriage over the years. Last year, she made fun of all these allegations. Meri has yet to provide any new information regarding her romantic life. Fans, however, believe she has found a new partner. They want to know about the dating life of the TLC singer. On Season 20, Meri will also discuss her real relationship with Kody. As the Sister Wives Season 20 debut approaches, Kody Brown is still being criticized for his poor parenting. Meri Brown is the most recent member of the Brown family to criticize the 18-year-old father. On a recent episode of the I Do Part 2 podcast, Meri talked about her 3 decades of marriage to Kody and her ex-husband's parenting method, which, as viewers of Sister Wives are aware, is essentially to not parent the children he has with his 3 ex-wives. Regarding Kody, Meri stated, "I'm not going to pass judgment on him. I believe he performed better in his younger years than he does now in a few areas. Being a parent is a significant deal. I'm heartbroken by his parents' behavior," she remarked. It does. Meri seems to argue that Kody is still the cause of many of these strained relationships when discussing his alienation from his kids on the show. Meri stated, "He's not making the effort to have a relationship with his children, who need him. I fail to see it. I can't say that he isn't, but I don't see him making an effort when some of his children are in dire need." Meri has been far more taciturn when speaking in public about Kody's lack of parenting skills than his other ex-wives, Janelle and Christine, who have been vocal about it. As viewers of Sister Wives are aware, Kody is not close to any of his adult children, including Meri's only child, Leon Brown. They are still close to Meri and many of their other family members, despite Leon, who is transgender and uses the pronouns they/them, not being on Sister Wives on a regular basis for years. However, it has been stated that they have become alienated from Kody since undergoing gender-affirming top surgery. In January 2023, Leon disclosed that they had had the surgery. A source informed The Sun in 2023 that Kody does not support Leon's transition at all. As awful as that is, he's truly repulsed by it. This is a new person, Kody is saying to close pals. I have no idea who this individual is, but this is not the young girl I reared. Meri continued by drawing comparisons between Kody's parenting style now and in the past, asserting that while Kody was all about his kids as a young father, things have evolved with time. He was completely focused on his children. His children were his entire universe, she remarked. Therefore, it is quite depressing to witness the difficulties he and his children are currently facing. As viewers of Sister Wives have observed, Kody is still an involved father to the 5 children he and his lone surviving wife, Robyn, have together. Meri maintained that she doesn't believe Kody is a bad person, even though she has strong opinions about his parenting style now. Regarding her ex, she remarked, "I wish him the best. He has a lot of charisma." Paydon Brown, one of Kody and his ex-wife Christine Brown's 6 children, revealed on TikTok that he hasn't spoken to his father since the 2024 burial of his brother Garrison Brown, the son of Kody and his ex-wife Janelle Brown, as the Ashley informed you last week. Like many of the Brown siblings, Garrison was not close to Kody at the time of his death. According to Christine, who recently stated in an interview that she is heartbroken by the current state of affairs with their father, she would not accept an apology from Kody until he repaired his relationships with his children. Take care of your children, call them, spend time with them, and work on that relationship, and then we can talk about apologizing, she advised. In a season 19 episode, Kody made the case that parent-child interactions should be reciprocal when the children in question are adults, even if his parenting, or lack thereof, has been a recurrent plot point on Sister Wives. "I will not reach out indefinitely," he said. "I'm prepared to put in the work, but someone else will need to bear the burden and put in some work as well. I will not set up camp on someone's doorstep." There were both happy and unhappy times in Meri Brown and Kody Brown's marriage. However, the Sister Wives actress recently stated that even in the absence of Robyn Brown and her other sister wives, it was always bound to end in divorce. On September 11th, Meri appeared as a guest on the I Do Part 2 podcast, which also included Amy Robach and TJ Holmes. She talked candidly about her marriage and her complex relationship with her ex, exposing some deep-rooted problems that were unrelated to polygamy. "Similar to many marriages, Kody and I had some problems. From the start, our marriage was a roller coaster," she remarked. "We had both highs and lows. I have a lot of wonderful memories, but I also have some bad ones. I believe that to be typical." She went on, "It simply came down to the fact that neither of us was willing to work on it. And it won't work if you're not both willing to work on it." According to the Sister Wives star, Kody has a new soulmate. To what extent did Kody's previous marriages contribute to the dissolution of his union with Meri? Although his connection with Robyn Brown, his 4th wife, is frequently cited by fans as the primary cause of the Poly family's dissolution, Meri disputes this. "Could you and your spouse have had a happy life together if the other spouses hadn't been present?" TJ inquired. Meri answered, "No, I don't think we would have. We wouldn't have, in my opinion. He stated it on the show, so it's not like I'm blaming him, he's admitting it himself. He didn't love me the way he needed to, right?" However, after meeting Robyn, Kody's lack of affection for Meri and his prior spouses became quite evident. Meri remarked, "His soulmate is somebody else," alluding to Robyn, her former sister wife. "I believe he found it challenging to maintain and manage 4 relationships. To be honest, I believe he was simply fed up with it." Despite their current legal and spiritual separation, Meri still communicates with her ex on occasion. "Our relationship is still very erratic," she remarked. "It is what it is. I hope the best for him. He seems like a wonderful person to me. He has a lot of charisma. I wish he would do better in a few areas, but that's just my opinion. He probably believes that I have room for improvement. Isn't this the reason we're divided? However, I don't believe he is a nasty person. We simply don't share the same values, she continued. And conflict arises when we attempt to impose those on one another. Meri Brown, star of Sister Wives, broke up with Kody and moved on. She even had her marriage declared void by the church. Meri is now speaking out and defending her decision to keep her last name Brown following their divorce. Why Meri Brown's last name hasn't changed. Meri appeared on Friday, September 12 th's I Do, Part 2, podcast episode. She talked candidly about not changing her name and whether she intends to do so in this podcast. In fact, Meri stated, I've discussed it numerous times with my best buddy and a few others. I'm not going to right now. One argument for keeping it could be that she and her kids still share a last name. Meri remarked, one of my sisters and I constantly make jokes about it because she's also divorced. I love you, Dad, we say. However, we will not return to the maiden name. Will Meri revert to her original name? Meri Brown clarified that she has been going by this name for 35 years. Returning to a different name would be a significant shift. For 19 years, she claimed, I only had my other name, which is my dad's name. It's also really difficult to say because it has a lot of R's. Brown is really simpler. Meri clarified that it's quite difficult to say Meri Barber, which is her maiden name. She is retaining Brown because she decided she didn't want to use that name. Meri's name should remain Brown till she gets married again. Meri has yet to find a new partner. In order for Kody Brown to wed Robyn, Meri Brown did, in fact, formally divorce him. In order to legally adopt her children from her first marriage, he did this. This meant that Kody was their legal father and that Robyn would never return to their biological father in the event of an emergency. However, Meri stayed with Kody for years. That was only a divorce to allow Robyn to wed him. Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, appears in Season 4 of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. Because he comes out as tough yet fails miserably at that, TLC supporters already believe he won't last a week. He allegedly required dietary adjustments in addition to medical constraints. Continue reading to learn more about it and the reactions of fans. Through Teresa and Gia, Kody leaks. The next season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey will also feature appearances by Gia Giudice and her mother, Teresa. They have been sharing their experiences in interviews just like Kody. They recently spoke during a Sirius XM broadcast. Reddit.u/Rajagil reports that Gia stated during the conversation that Kody had a lot of medical and dietary restrictions. Kody had a big bag of prescription drugs as well. Perhaps because Kody always acts like the big man on Sister Wives, the TLC fan included a laughing emoji. Was he using holistic drugs? Because Kody Brown believed he was dying during COVID, some fans began discussing him in the conversation section. The supplements/vitamins in the Love Lodge, so I'm not surprised, another person remarked. This sparked a conversation about taking holistic drugs. Those in the AUB are all about holistic stuff, another reader proposed. They adore taking supplements. His and Robyn's looks tell me that those things aren't working. Despite his obsession with exercise, Kody's appearance is poor. Robyn has a sun and fun allergy. Do polygamists have a holistic interest? Indeed, the people who talked about using holistic medicines may have been spot on. Carolyn Jessup described how avoiding appropriate medical providers seemed normal in her book Escape. But there was one plotline that concerned Meryl Jessup's wife. When Carolyn's sister wife Ruth was diagnosed with skin cancer on her nose, she attempted to heal herself with chemicals from a health food store, said Slate, who reviewed the book. Her nose was burned off by the toxins. It's probable that Kody Brown brought some home cures or holistic practices with him when he competed in Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, even if Ruth seems like an extreme case. Different views. As the conversation grew, other TLC viewers shared their opinions about Gia's remarks toward Kody. Some of those remarks are as follows. What do you think about the claims that Kody Brown required special dietary and medical attention during Special Forces, World's Toughest Test? Do you believe he may have brought a number of complementary and alternative medicines with him?